Hello, everybody. We are back for another draft to glory as we head into 1904. Welcome in, everyone. I am a Laptop Hound, and I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. You can catch the first 4 episodes up on YouTube. Go check it out. See how we started this shenanigan of a team. If you are just joining for the first time, welcome all in. This is a Draft to Glory series where we can only use players that we draft every year in the typical player draft. Started in inaugural draft where we drafted kind of some of the worst players ever. We didn't want to compete right out of the gate. I thought, you know what, let's start really bad because then when we win, it's going to be that much more fun. Savorous, is that a word? I don't know. But let's go into the year 1904. But let's meet the team first of all. Again, we are in March here, so we're heading towards opening day. We want to add some of these players to our Major League roster. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll be back and introduce you to the 1904 Expos. All right, we are back with the 1904 opening day roster. Again, 25-man roster. I'm going to keep Roy Halladay in AAA for just a little bit. I know the green arrow indicates that he's wanting to come up and play in the big leagues, but again, a little bit disappointing. He's dropped a little bit in his overall ranking from when we picked him 4th overall in 1902. So a couple years ago in the draft when we drafted him with our first pick in the first round, 4th overall, he has dropped a little bit in his rankings. Not very good. So I don't want to rush him. Let's see if he can improve a little bit here, max out a little bit more, maybe even get a boost pitching well in AAA. George Merritt, only 19 years old. We're not going to rush him. We're going to keep him in AAA. And Gene Wright, another starting pitcher. We probably could bring him up and replace one of our starters, but right now we've got Ted Kennedy, who we drafted in the 15th round of the inaugural draft. And let me just say, he has been a pleasant surprise. Look at this, Ted Kennedy. He was not this good when we drafted him. We look back at the history, he has had a boost in the scouting ratings. Again, we want to succeed with players we drafted after that first year, but I'm not gonna say no to that guy. He was bad when we drafted him. He's made a name for himself, so we're gonna keep him where he is. Phil Plantier, another recent draftee from the last draft. We're gonna give him a shot. He is fully developed, 20 years old. Keep him in the outfield, and other than that, we haven't made a lot of changes. Joe Sewell still our best player. Offensively, defensively, he's really good. And he is now the captain of the Montreal Expos. So way to go, Joe. Won Rookie of the Year in his first year. Bo Jackson's doing really well. He was a 6th round pick. He's improved on his development and was Rookie of the Year last season. So back-to-back Rookie of the Year. So we're going with a 2-man rotation as we have so far. Again, not looking to win right now. We're just looking to improve every year. All the players with years beside it, those are players that we drafted seriously after that first year. So there are the hitters and there are the 3 pitchers that we drafted. All right, I think we're set. Let's sim ahead to the end of the first month. Your Montreal Expos Draft to Glory have an achievement. Ted Kennedy, the Senator. Again, that's the nickname I've given him in recent episodes. Ted Kennedy, the Senator. He was the pitcher of the month for the opening month of the season. Great to see. And one of our minor leaguers, Badu, who we drafted back in 1902 with our 4th round pick. He had a good month, 436 in AAA ball. So it looks like he is chomping at the bit to come up right now. Where are we, you ask? Well, let me tell you, we are second. You heard me right. We are second in our conference. We are 10-7, only 1 game back. The Montreal Expos, even though we've lost 3 in a row, we've come out of the gates smoking. Really, really good. Again, 2-man rotation, so they're going to get a lot of innings, going to get, a lot of Ks. They should be on the leaderboard for a lot of the different pitching categories. Our bullpen not getting a lot of work because it's 1904, but the work that they are getting, they're holding their own. And in terms of our statistics for our hitters, we got 349 for rookie Cal Daniels. Could this be 3 years in a row that the Expos get Rookie of the Year? 276 for Bo Jackson. 344 for Art Shires. Art Shires, again, a player we took in the first Series draft back in 1902. 3rd round pick. And is this the guy we moved to off position? Yeah. We put him at second base. He's a natural first baseman. And his, zone rating is not going to help us. But again, we're not looking to win right now. We're just looking to develop our players so that when we are ready to win, I gotta put him in off position, right? When he's hitting this well, 344, because we already have another first baseman, and that is Bob Hale, who's hitting 286 after the first month. So again, the Expos having a hot April. Let's go ahead to month number 2. But before we do that, we better check our mail, see what's going on here. Well, thank you. Contract extended. Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm doing a good enough job. So 2 more years on my contract. Again, top prospects updated. Roy Halladay has moved up to number 3 on the list. 2-4 in AAA ball, but apparently good enough to move up to number 3. And of course, the prospect we saw earlier, Cal Daniels already on the major league team. Another one, the number 9, Dom D'Alessandro. Let's see where we drafted him. We drafted him in 1902. Round number 2, so looks like, again, he's got a promising career, developing nicely, hitting 313 in AAA ball. All right, any other news stories here? Doesn't look like it. Let's go up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead to the next month. Another month, another achievement, this time rookie of the month in the league was our very own Cal Daniels, number 2 overall pick in the last draft. We got a few player development reports. One of our top prospects is moving up nicely, and Lewis Thorpe is also moving up. Although his potential rating has dropped, he has improved in current movement and potential movement. And again, another achievement for Badu. He could be coming up before the end of the season. He's just ripping it up. 404. No error code here for Akil Badu. He is doing well in the minor leagues. And overall, where are the Expos after month 2? We are hanging in there. 3 games out, 24-20. Look at all these team batting leaders. First in runs scored, batting average, home runs, on-base percentage. I guess we're not a fast team. We almost got the clean sweep there. Leading in batting average, our top 2 hitters are in the top 2 in the combined leaderboard. Cal Daniels, Joe Sewell, and then pitching, again, 2-man rotation. So, of course, we're going to have a lot of wins and we're going to have a lot of strikeouts. but Senator Kennedy, you are way above Fritz. Fritz is not a strikeout guy. He doesn't have the stuff. Okay, let's go ahead to the end of June. Back in June, and again, Badu is in a class on his own. Was hitting .404 this month. He's hitting .368, 17 home runs, 49 RBIs, and 14 stolen bases. Definitely going to be on the team next year, but let's let him have a little bit of success in the minor leagues this year. The Montreal Expos at the end of June are currently in second place, only half a game out. This is a reason to celebrate. This late in the season, and we're only half a game out, one half a game behind the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, I didn't expect to win a championship this early. I kind of don't want to, but I'll take it if we can. And Joe Sewell leading the league with a .341 batting average. Time to go to August, moment of truth. Can we hang in there in the top three? August 1st is the date. Top 100 prospects have been updated. The Montreal Expos have Roy Halladay at number 7, Dom D'Alessandro at number 9. So Roy's slipped again a little bit. And in terms of our player update, bunch of players here that Ted Kennedy. Again, this is the magical pick. In the inaugural draft, we picked him as a bad pitcher. You can go back and watch episode 1 and just see how bad his ratings were. But the game engine is good to the Senator. He has really moved up, and now he is a projected 5-star 23-year-old. What a steal that we got there. Al Shires, Gene Wright, George Merritt, increasing his velocity a little bit, adding a knuckle curve. Roy. For every Ted Kennedy, there's a Roy Halladay, who has dropped to a 2.5-star potential. When we drafted him, he was, I believe, 4.5 stars. Again, would have to go back, I believe, episode 2. The end of episode 2, you can see us draft Roy Halladay. Roy. But another pleasant surprise here. We're getting some improvement from Cal, who we drafted in the 7th round last year. So he looks like he could move up and be a starter. He's currently in rookie league right now, hitting .459. I guess we should take a look at the movement, see if we need to move anyone up. Well, Cal's not itching to move up right now. Spike wants to go up. Let's move Spike up to AAA. And Badu, where is he? Should be somewhere on here. I believe he was in AAA. Yeah, we're not going to move him up, although he does want to go up. Maybe we'll see how this next month goes. Where are we in the standings? We currently we're in first place, guys. The Montreal Expos, in year 3 of the draft to glory, have an 8-game win streak, and we are on pace to be in the World Series. Long way to go. Long way to go. I'm going to enjoy this. This is a highlight of the draft to glory so far, because August 1st, and we are 9-1. In huge part to the Senator, who is 28-18 and still has room to grow. Look at, he's got a couple pitches. He's got some movement to improve on. Keep it going, Senator. All right, let's go ahead to September. Taking a look at the league leaders. Let's go for the entire league, not just the AL, please. Again, if you're new to OOTP, when we look at the leaderboard, anyone that's underlined is a player on the team you're running. So these are the Expos: Daniels, Bo Jackson, Joe Sewell. So we see a lot of Expos leaders on the batting side, and on the pitching side, probably going to see the same because we have a two-man rotation. So one of those cases, we have the most wins and we have the most losses because, hey, two-man rotation. We're probably the only team running that. And Kyle Wieland leading the league in saves. Outstanding. Oh, I don't know if I want to sim this last month. Here we are. We're in September. The season goes to the middle of October. So I think we can sim a couple weeks here. Let's go until September 16th. Let's try that. Let's sim ahead to a specific date, September 16th. Come on, Expos. Stay in competition. That's all I ask. Stay within a game or two. Improving the lead, 2-game lead run streak, 11-game run streak by Cal Daniels. Look at all this green. We won a doubleheader in Pittsburgh. We swept Pittsburgh, who I believe were right neck and neck with us. Yeah, now they are 8 games back. This is a 2-horse race. It's going to be the Expos or Phillies, and it looks like it's going to be the White Sox or Athletics in the other side. On the other side, Phillies have won 4 in a row. We've lost 2 in a row. This is a team that's, I think, destined. I think we're destined to make the playoffs. Let's go ahead one more week. Just see where we're at after this week here. I think we're still in first by 1.5 games. We've recovered. We're 7-3. Whew. Well. Ted Kennedy looking for his 40th win. Hitting, Cal Daniels is at 300. 299 for Bob Hale. 325 for Joe Sewell. These guys, they want it. Can you sense their desire? Can you feel the energy? Okay, we come up with a series against New York, Brooklyn, and then the team we're trying to stay ahead of, Philadelphia. So let's go ahead 1 week till we get up to that Philadelphia series. And the Expos have fallen apart. We've lost 3 in a row. Let's sim this one game here against Brooklyn. I knew it was too good to be true. It was too good to be true. Well, we don't want to play that game, so let's just finish today. See where we end up. We got a AA retiring player. Our first retirement in the franchise. I believe that's us. Let's just double check here. Durham. Yeah, Durham is our AA team. Well, with time running out on the season, the Montreal Expos are 3 games back. Because it's 1904, only the conference champion goes to the playoffs. This is a 2-team championship race here. Us and the Phillies. In the AL, it's the White Sox and Athletics. So we could have 2 Philadelphia teams. The Battle of Philadelphia. We don't want to see that, do we? No. We want to see a Canadian team. So let's go to the schedule here. We're 3 games back. And let's quick play this one. The Expos with a resounding 8-1 victory. 3 runs in the first, 3 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. And it looks like Fritz Peterson with his 34th win of the season. That was important. Being behind 2 games compared to being behind 4, so important. Okay, let's go to the next day and game number 2 of the series. Again, this is almost must-win territory. And this time the Phillies get their revenge, 4-2, scoring the go-ahead runs in the bottom of the 8th. The loss goes to the Senator. Although he has 40 wins, that would have been a nice one. All right, let's finish that. I believe we have 2 more, right? 2 more against the Phillies. Let's just check this out. 2 more against the Phillies. Then we play the Cubs and the Cardinals. Okay. This is it. We have to win this game. In fact, I think we have to win both games. Quick play. In Philadelphia, close game. High-scoring game, but a game that we lose 13-10. And I think that's going to be it. I think our hopes are dashed. Another retirement, Sock Seibold, who played in the first season, but then got demoted down to the minors, I believe. Sorry to see you go, Sox, but you're 38 years old. Have a wonderful retirement. All right, back to this critical game right now. The Expos are 4 games back. Yeah, this is must win. We can't go down 5 games. We've got to win this one. We must win it. And because of that, because this is our last game against the team we need to catch, we're going to go into the game for one of the rare times in this franchise. And let's hope. Top of the first inning, the Expos get nothing. No runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the first. 1 hit for the Phillies, but nothing on the scoreboard in terms of runs. Let's go to the second. Again, Expos do get a hit, but don't score. Ted Kennedy keeps it scoreless. We head to the third. And this is dead ball. Not a lot of runs in this game. 1 hit apiece as we head to the fourth. Expos get a hit, but no runs. Okay, Ted. Come on, Senator. Keep them scoreless. They are still scoreless. We head to the top of the 5th. And the Expos, 3 runs. Let's check this out. After Pat Mullen flies out, Ted Kennedy, our pitcher, walks, singled over to second base, and advances to third and home on an error. So Kennedy scores. Joe Ward will triple, which will score Mark Stewart. And then things get a little bit rough. Joe Sewell's hit by a pitch. Come on, Philadelphia. Take it like men. Take that 3-run inning like men. Don't throw at our players. Well, Sewell will get on base. Joe Ward will score on a single by Cal Daniels. Bo Jackson walks. And then a flyout by Art Shires and Bob Hale. All right, Key, 3 runs in that inning. Let's go to the bottom of 5. Still, the Senator doing well. We go to the top of the 6th. 3-0. 1 hit for Ted Kennedy so far. And unfortunately, the Senator gives up a couple. 2 runs for Philadelphia makes things closer. We go to the top of the 7th. Johnny Markham's still in the game, and we go to the bottom of 7. Get your peanuts, get your Cracker Jacks. It's a 7th inning stretch. All right, Ted, we need you, buddy. We need you. I said we need you. It is 4-3 for Philadelphia. We go to top of 8. Expos cannot score. Bottom of the 8th. And another run for the Philadelphia Phillies 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. We head to the top of 9. And Ted Kennedy scheduled to hit. We're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Let's bring in Phil Plantier to the game. Rookie Phil Plantier stepping up against Johnny Markham. Expos down by 2. Here's the pitch. Plantier drives that to third, and an easy play, 1 away. Mark Stewart, our catcher, at the plate. I think we're going to pinch hit for him too. He's only got a 187 average. Let's bring in John Walsh. Because again, if we don't score 2, we don't have to worry about replacements because the game will be over. John Walsh at the plate, 1-2 count. He slashes one into left field. That is going to drop, and the Expos have some life. Life in their season still. Joe Ward. Joe Ward at the plate. 1 away, 1 on, down by 2. And we'll take it. It's a walk. Full count walk to Joe Ward. That's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, the captain, Joe Sewell. Team on his back, looking to tie up this game or take the lead. He drives one high into the sky. Oh, just got underneath that one. Brings up our cleanup hitter and potential Rookie of the Year, Cal Daniels, to the plate. Cal, you're hitting .299. A hit will put you over 300. You got some power. You got good contact. Here we go. 2 on, 2 out. Season on the line. 1-2 count. And that is it. He watches strike 3, and the Philadelphia Phillies will take 3 of 4 and pretty much put an end to the Expos' chances at a World Series. 5-3 is your final score. Let's go and let's sim ahead to the end of the week. See where we're at. We need a miracle. We need a miracle. Phillies have not clinched yet. The Expos are 4 games back with 6 to play. We play Chicago and St. Louis, and Philadelphia plays Pittsburgh and Brooklyn. Okay, here we go. Next day, Philadelphia loses. We're not going to look at the Expos yet. Philadelphia loses again. Come on, Pittsburgh, do us a favor. Lose. Yes, 3 in a row. In fact, 4 losses in a row for Pittsburgh. We're not going away from this screen yet. All right, let's do 1 game against Brooklyn. Oh, a 3-2 win. All right, let's go check out our Montreal Expos. And Montreal, unfortunately, 2-2 against the Cubs. 3 games to go. And we have officially been eliminated. The Expos gave it a good run. Never expected to be here. We're going to get a much lower draft pick. Let's see where we can finish the season off. Finish on a good note, Montreal. I think you got 1 game left. What do you got? Can you end off on a win streak here? No, you lose to St. Louis. I don't know if I should be disappointed. What do you guys think? I don't think I should be disappointed, right? 86-68 season. But when you get so close, you're so competitive, you want to be there. Okay, let's finish off the playoffs. Ted Kennedy, most pitching wins, of course. Athletics, Phillies. I will tell you something. I will guarantee there will be a parade in Philadelphia. We do know that. I'm at least rooting for the Phillies. They knocked us out, so let's hope for the conference. Let's hope for the NL to take this home, and they don't. Congratulations, Philadelphia Athletics. You are the 1904 Draft to Glory champion. Best score of my career, I went from 1 in season 1 up into the 70s, up into the high 100s, and now to 725. Nice. All right, let's sim ahead to the awards for 1904. And a pretty good chance that Cal Daniels is going to take home Rookie of the Year, but I don't want to assume anything. Let's go to reports. League history. There are the 4 champions so far in this series. Your American League winners, John Ward from the Chicago White Sox is the MVP. John Ward was selected number 6 overall back in that inaugural draft. Also takes home the Cy Young Award. I did not know. Is he a two-way player? Kind of, yeah. He is. Not very often the MVPs are the pitchers, but John Ward and Terrence Long is the Rookie of the Year for the Boston Americans, drafted in the 2nd round. Very, very nice, Terrence. A 2nd round pick. Winning Rookie of the Year. Let's go to your NL winners. Pete Browning, you are on a roll, my man. For the 4th consecutive year, Pete Browning is the MVP. Jack Manning, 2 years in a row, is your Cy Young winner. 25-15, 179 ERA, a 5.8 WAR, and what was that for strikeouts? 183 for the New York Giants. And I'm going to file an official protest. We did not win Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year went to Mike Griffin. Drafted number 1 overall 2 seasons ago. And they give it to Mike Griffin. Okay, come on. Let's take a look at these. Can we compare? Yeah, I think we can, right? We can compare 2 players. Let's go and look at Cal Daniels. Right, Cal Daniels. And let's compare to Mike Griffin. Let's look at their stats. Let's see if this is well-deserved. All right, well, hits, I'll give them. They were pretty close. More doubles for Mike Griffin. Triples are pretty close. 11 home runs, though, for Cal. And a lot more RBIs, a lot more runs, more walks. Average was higher. On-base percentage was higher. Higher in all of these categories. Except for WAR. Well, it's not as far off as I thought it would be. I thought Cal for sure was a shoe-in. I thought his stats were much, much better. And he probably finished 2nd, I'm guessing. Yeah, 2nd in the Rookie of the Year voting. So the Montreal Expos are shut out of awards this year, even though we had the most wins by a pitcher Ted Kennedy with 41. And Cal Daniels, I believe Cal Daniels should have been Rookie of the Year. And now it is time to head to the draft. Let's take a look at the draft pool. Who is coming into the draft this year? Oh, we got Anthony Rizzo, Harold Baines, Mickey Hughes, Mike Sweeney. We got Felix the King. Celebrated this year in Seattle. King Felix is in the game. Tarek Skabol, Don Sutton. From the 1970s, early 80s, Don Sutton, Black & Decker. Yeah, I remember watching him growing up. Dave Revering, Alan Hollinsworth, and Gary Nolan, top 10 picks projected to go in the draft. Well, let's see if we can cast any ballots here. Nope, no one's eligible for the Hall of Fame. So that does mean we are going to go to the draft. We will find out who is the winner of the draft lottery. It will not be us because we did pretty good. So we're going to draft number 14 overall. Whew. I was hoping to get King, Don Sutton. Guys, you overachieved this year. Well, let's get on with it. There should be someone good at number 14. Let's skim ahead to our pick and take a look at the top picks. Rizzo, Hernandez, Hughes, Sweeney, Baines. Yeah, all those prospects projected to go. Don Sutton did go number 8 to the Cardinals. Rich Nye, the baseball guy, goes to the Chicago White Sox. All right, let's take a look. Who's there for us? Batter-wise, we've got, let's go and create a short list. Forget to do this every off-season, but yeah, you can go and create a new short list so that you don't have to add them all to the same year. This is 1904. Okay, let's sort by batting ratings. All right, Deadball Era, I want to look at contact. I want to look at eye. Who are we going to add? Well, we're going to add these 3 to the short list. Add Tony, Dwight Smith Jr., Cody, you look pretty decent, and Glenn Braggs. All right, let's go everyone with high contact and gap. All right, there are the players for the first part of our short list. Let's take a look at the pitchers, though. Stuff movement control. Okay, Danny Darwin, Pete Broberg looks decent. Gene Brabender. And because of that 80, I'm going to add Roy Henshaw. And Ed Zernick. I guess we can add Jim Hughes, all yellow for Julian Merriweather. Oh, I like this guy, Ken Penner. Oh, couple gems here. And I think we're going to leave it at that for the double checking here. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Okay, let's go to our short list. Who are we going to take? Well, if we look at our batters, we kind of need, what do we need here? Got a first base, second base, so looking, got a shortstop. All 3 outfield positions. So we could use a catcher. And then pretty much it's pretty much wide open. Preferably a young guy, because we're not going to replace Joe Sewell anytime soon. Maybe need a good center fielder. Yeah, I'm thinking center field or catcher. Okay, but sometimes you just got to go with the best player available. Remember, we cannot trade. So anyone that we take is pretty much stuck with us. I kind of want to take guys that I'm going to play down the line. I mean, Wally, Rotker definitely can play now. Oh, this is a tough. Who do you take? As I'm talking to you through your TV, through your computer, who do you take? I think it's either got to be Wally or Dwight. No 18-year-olds, no 19-year-old. Jim Poole, you're too old. We're going to get rid of you. And Dwight, you're kind of old as well. You got good speed. But hey, we finished second in our conference, so we could be a contender, so it might not be too bad. 60, 60, 55. Which guy do I want? Going to be one of these two, I believe, for batters. And I'm leaning towards Dwight. All right, Dwight will be the batter. Pitcher-wise, I don't want to take a reliever, although, you know, he's Deadball Era reliever. He's a good, 25 years old, though, but yeah, he looks good. 19-year-old Pete Broberg. Pete, you played back in the 70s. All right. That is a possibility. Danny Darwin looks really good, but scares me. He still has to develop. He had a really long career. Look at this. He played till he was 42 years old. Danny Darwin. The Bullet. I'm thinking I'm favoring Danny over Pete. Yeah. Okay. Rest are relievers or lower level. So it's either Danny or Dwight Smith. Oh, this is cool. I did not realize this. Guys, look at this. We got father and son, I think. Or not. Maybe not. But that was pretty. Dwight Smith played in the 1990s. Okay, and Dwight Smith Jr. That's pretty freaky. I have to admit that is really freaky. Yeah, no, they're not related. I thought they might have been just because, Smith and Smith Jr., but nope. Okay, well, I know you guys are saying, take the picture, Lap. Danny Darwin. Yeah, we're going to take Danny Darwin. With our first round selection in the 1904, not 2000, 1904 draft, the Montreal Expos would like to select Danny Darwin. I'm curious who the scout recommends. John Danks. Okay, no, I still think I like Danny Darwin. Yeah, we're going Danny Darwin. All right, next pick, we are going to go with our short list. Broberg is still there. Or is he? Oh, yeah, we gotta go ahead and do this. Were they selected? Henshaw. So pretty much relievers, except for Jim Hughes. And I don't want to use a second round pick on Jim Hughes. Yeah, so let's go to the batters. Let's find out if they've been drafted. Interesting. Dwight Smith Jr. is still there, as is Dwight Smith. We are going to take 24-year-old Dwight Smith and look for being much more competitive in the next 2 or 3 seasons because he is fully developed. He's ready to go. He'll probably be on the team next year. Dwight Smith, welcome to the team. All right, the next pick, let's go ahead and look at our short list. I guess we can eliminate all these guys, take them off. Batter-wise, Cody, Glenn Braggs, or Edgard Clemente. Again, home runs, I'm not really looking for that home run pop at this point in the sim because it's 1904. Pitcher-wise, once again, I believe we need to customize it and take off those that have been drafted. All relievers. Henshaw, Penner, Woodward. Okay, let's go with a reliever here. Excellent movement. Not this guy. Control is way too low. And I think we're going to go with the 18-year-old. 50, 75, 45. It's not Julian Merriweather. Yeah, I think, it's close between these two here. We're going to go with Ken Penner. We're going to go with the young guy as our 3rd pick overall. 3rd round pick overall. Woodward is still there, so we're going to take Woodward. As we go into the 5th round, we don't want Merriweather. He's too old. Take off the short list. Okay, so let's look at starters. If there's any left, only 2. Scott Bales, 22 years old. I mean, he's not bad for this late in the draft. But we've got a lot of pitchers, and we don't need many pitchers. So let's go to batters. Sam Hilliard. We do need a center fielder. But we don't need all that home run power, as I've mentioned. We do need a catcher, but not that catcher. Okay, I guess it's going to be Edward Clemente. Contact, gap, power. Yep. From Puerto Rico, Edward Clemente. Next up. Now we're all into the red numbers. Gap, power. I think it's going to be Jake. Yep, Jake Stahl, he can catch. Go to round number 7 and Otis Johnson. Otis, you're in. You got the best ratings left. Round number 8. Let's sort by I. That's all he's got. John Lowry, that's all you've got is I. I think it's got to be Heine. Again, these guys may not ever play on our team just because we've got so many players that are better. And we don't have injuries on, so we don't have to worry about replacing an injured player. We go to round 9. Now it's just a matter of looking for some fun names. Actually, Dave, you're kind of the best of the rest. Yeah. We'll take Dave. Now, last round, let's see if we recognize any of these players here. Branch Russell, Pat Seary, Jerry Turbiddy, Grant Anderson, Joe Crotty, Moose. Yeah, no one. So I guess let's sort by age, and we're just going to take the youngest guy. Just to reward you for being young. Bill Dugan, Pat Seary, and John Lowry. Yeah, it's going to be Pat. Pat, our round 10 pick is part of the franchise. Well, there we go. Another draft in the books. Not as fun simply because we did not get a high-end player. So we're going to sim ahead to the beginning of next season, as we always do. We'll give you a quick look at our players, and then we'll end off the episode. Here is the first round. Take a look at some of those names. Jing Johnson, Larry Boa, Chaz Chisholm Jr., Jazz Chisholm. I think I said Chaz Chisholm. It's been a long episode. As we end another episode, here is what our roster is looking like just before we go into the 1905 season, the year Alberta and Saskatchewan, Canada became official provinces. That is the year we're going to be playing in next episode. You can see some of our recent draft pick players in the rookie league here. Danny Darwin, Ken Penner. We'll sort all this out. We'll see where they're going to play next season. All these players in AAA itching to come up. Spike, Roy Halladay, George Merritt, D'Alessandro, and Akil Badu wanting to play on the main team. What a season it has been. Almost. We are within a couple weeks of going to the World Series. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you can. So close. So close. Have a wonderful day. It's a great day for baseball. Give what you can. Take what you need. We'll see you next episode.